the last spot in the top 5 for Miss USA, it goes to New Jersey.
Y'all, to get to witness this joy up close is truly a gift. Congratulations to our incredible top 5.
And for those not advancing, thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for your grace. You're all stars in your own right. Hey, let's give them a huge round of applause, please.
A round of applause for these incredible women. You just got a standing ovation from your judges, the ladies in the top 5 and the ladies leaving the stage. That was a phenomenal top 10, and I don't know how you narrowed it down.
Olivia?
Yes.
Why didn't y'all tell me that this was this emotional?
I didn't prepare you, did I?
You did not at all.
No, no.
Like this, I'm emotional. I'm emotional. Hey, congrats again to our top 5. Now it's time for the moment that can make all the difference. The on-stage question round.
Each finalist will answer a question by one of our esteemed judges, designed to showcase her ability to think on her feet, communicate clearly, and share her unique perspective with the world.
Ladies, when your name is called, please step forward and get ready for your question.
You're ahead of the curve, Nebraska. She's ready.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
All right, Miss Nebraska, your question is coming to us straight from my beautiful friend, Nia Sanchez.
Hi, Miss Nebraska. How are you feeling?
Very excited. Thank you, guys. Thank you for this opportunity.
All right, here is your question. When people look back on our generation 100 years from now, what do you hope they say about us, and what are you doing to help make that happen?
Great question. Our generation is without a doubt adaptable. We have learned to grow and change through so many things. I work in digital media every single day, and I teach 500 athletes on a weekly basis how to stay safe online. And being safe online and learning to grow up in a digital world requires you to be adaptable. Just like the job of Miss USA, she's heading to Miss Universe very shortly, and she needs to be adaptable, she needs to roll with the punches, and she needs to lead our great nation with pride. Thank you.
Thank you, Nebraska.
Please step forward, Oregon. Oregon, your question is coming from Sasha Farber.
How's it going?
I'm doing so great, Sasha.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much.
All right, here we go. Artificial intelligence is rewriting how we live and work. In one sentence, what's the greatest ethical line you believe AI should never cross, and why?
In one sentence, leave our creativity alone. I think as a business owner and a model, and I own a modeling agency as well, I think it's really important that we keep the human element in our society. I think it's so important that we let creatives be creative and let the computer do the stuff that we don't want to do. I would love an automated vacuum. We have that. Can I have an automated laundromat? Things like that. But let the creatives be creative.
Thank you, Oregon. She summed it up in a sentence.
She did.
She's going to keep us creating. I like that. All right, Miss Nevada. Your question will be from Kenneth Barlis.
Hi, Miss Nevada.
Hello.
You wake up tomorrow and every social media platform is gone forever. what changes first in you, in society, and how we measure influence?
I would love to see a more accepting society. I think social media, we often compare ourselves and we wish we had the best outfit, or we think we're not doing enough traveling. But if we remove social media, we'll learn to live in the real world. And I think we'll become more accepting. I truly believe that it doesn't matter where you come from, what God you believe in, who you love, how much hair is on your head in my case. We are all worthy of acceptance, and that starts today.
Thank you, Nevada.
If you don't mind, Texas. Texas, your question is going to come from Jade Roper-Tolbert.
Hi, Miss Texas.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here.
Are you ready?
I am.
All right. Your question is, if you could erase one barrier in the United States that keeps women from building lasting wealth, which barrier would you remove and how?
If I could remove one barrier, I would say accessibility. As a woman who works in sports, I know far too well that sometimes it's very difficult to imagine yourself in certain spaces because you haven't seen people who look like you infiltrate these spaces. I think it starts with representation and paying it forward. And I want to be that example. If I am ever so fortunate to be Miss USA, I want to inspire every person watching here in Reno, USA, and the universe. It doesn't matter if you are the first to do whatever is on your heart. As long as you believe in yourself, you are more than halfway there. Thank you.
Thank you, Texas. All right, let's bring it home with New Jersey.
Hello.
Your question is coming from Hannah Edwards.
Miss New Jersey, checking in. How are you doing? Exceptional. I can't wait to have some of that pizza I was talking about earlier.
You've earned it.
Thank you. Definitely. Here's your question. Imagine you have the undivided attention of every 15-year-old girl in the country for 60 seconds. What do you say? Young lady, you are the architect of your identity. I'm a former Division I collegiate athlete, and now I have the opportunity to give back to the young girls that I coach in basketball and lacrosse. I also run a workshop. It's called MVP. That's not most valuable player, that's most valuable pivot. And I teach them to become the architects of their identity outside of their athletic jerseys. And as your Miss USA, my mission, my motive, and most importantly, my movement will consist of equipping the next generation with the tools and the confidence that they need to go from their most valuable pivot and catapult it into their most valuable purpose.
Thank you, New Jersey.
Olivia, I'm not gonna lie. I think I learned more in the last 5 minutes than I did all of high school.
That was the best TED Talk I've seen, and no offense, because yours was great too. Yours was great too, but that was unbelievable. They did not make these judges' decisions any easier. You guys have a tough decision ahead.
Hey, y'all are incredible. Just incredible, incredible, incredible. Every answer tonight, it was thoughtful, it was inspiring, and no matter the outcome, every single one of you should be so very proud. Hey, you're Miss USA Top 5, everyone.
There is nothing better than that feeling of knowing you did everything, and each of you truly did everything tonight. So you get to leave this stage proud no matter what happens. While the judges finalize those scores, let's check in with our correspondents, Danny, Noelia, Andrea, to see if they are ready to weigh in with their final predictions.
Wow, we just witnessed literally one of the most defining nights, or moments of the night, rather. I don't know who it will be, but I've got to say, I just gasped at New Jersey's answer. I was holding on to every word. And the funny thing is this morning I was giving her a pep talk. I would like to hire her as my life coach now. What am I doing giving her advice? I just feel like the most empowered woman right now. That was an incredible answer.
I mean, she really commanded the room and answered that question really flawlessly. I think one of the biggest things with Q&A is sometimes you have contestants that answer the question direct, and then sometimes you have, they kind of have other agendas to get through. I also want to talk about Nebraska. She actually won swimsuit during preliminary, best in swimsuit, so it's beautiful to see her there in the top 5, looked so regal, and she made it known that she was ready for Miss Universe.
I felt like there were several mic drop moments during this, and that does not always happen in every pageant, so I'm actually so impressed. I also really loved the authenticity in Oregon's answer. I love that she took a moment to just react to the question before she responded as well, and I feel like that comes off as so likable and relatable.
Absolutely. She commanded the room with her answer too. And at first, I actually didn't quite catch what she said, but then I was like, wow, like that really is an amazing answer, and it's so true. And I also just want to say too, Nevada had a powerful message in her answer. It was not a bad answer at all. I just wasn't quite sure if I could connect the question between the answer. What do you think?
I felt the exact same way. I do feel like there could have been a stronger connection there.
Yes, I mean, she's been one of my favorites throughout the whole entire night, so I really hope something like that doesn't hurt her. Texas in the top 5. I mean, are we surprised?
No, and like you said earlier, the streak keeps going. My year, Texas placed in the top 5, so happy to see her here too. And Oregon, Mama in the top 5.
Another first.
She just keeps going. I mean, this really is a night that is covered in history and just continues to be historic. So I just can't wait to see what happens next.
And remember, she is one of our title holders that was crowned only a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And to really come and get ready in such a short time notice. And she also changed her gown, which I absolutely loved.
Yes.
And I mean, really hit it out of the park with that answer.
And Danny, isn't it true that Nebraska was also in the top 5 previously?
She was. In 2020, she was in the top 5 for the Teen USA division.
And that's pretty rare too. I mean, you often see teen contestants come back to compete at Miss USA, but it's not always very common for them to come back and either place again or advance as far as they once made it.
It's very difficult to do because sometimes it's tough to transition from a teen to a miss.
Absolutely.
And I mean, ladies, the elephant in the room.
Yes.
Georgia, Florida, not in the top 5.
Oklahoma, not in the top 5.
Not Oklahoma.
Absolutely shocked.
My jaw was on the floor with that one. Again, like I mentioned earlier today or yesterday, there is a lot that goes on in pageantry when it comes to the judging process that we as the fans, as the commentators, unfortunately do not get to see. So there must have been something that these top 5 commanded, and that's why they deserve to be in their spot.
I wish we got inside that interview room.
Absolutely. But I did hear that they did something very interesting and unique this year. They played a 90-second video in the interview room prior to entering the room to be interviewed. So instead of having a paper bio, they had a video to play. Isn't that very cool?
I love that. I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that either. And then, of course, they got to see the videos again on stage.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, did that have anything to do with the judges' decisions into who, went into the top 5?
Well, as somebody who's judged before, I do feel like that influences decisions for sure. But either way, we are going to have a wonderful representative as Miss USA in just a few weeks. In Thailand.
Yeah.
And we're all impressed by these young women, and I feel like the words iconic and empowering define this year's group. So good luck to all of our ladies. And now, back to our host.
Now before